What is going on, true believers? Guys, Bitcoin holding strong despite that Germany is just attempting its world war against it, not working. But they sold 951 Bitcoin yesterday, or $951 million worth of Bitcoin yesterday. And you know what? It didn't stop anything. You know what that means? That means that the buy pressure is still there. So it doesn't really matter what Germany's doing. And by the way, some of their orders didn't get filled, so it got clawed back into it. So if you see people saying that Germany moved crypto back off of the exchange again, that's just orders not being filled. And if you're looking for information, about cryptocurrency, if you're looking about why I said that meme coins are set to erupt in price against, because I think that they are, because some of these venture capital companies have stepped out of meme coins for a short spell, but they never stay gone for long, and they usually come back in. And look, when you look at some of these price actions and some of the charts, and you look at them as safe bet risks, if you will, then you see a thirst to buy at a certain level that these VC companies are going to come back in, and I think they're going to pump these meme coins one more time, and they'll probably just absolutely surge. So it's like I always say, raw, I'm gonna give it to you with no trivia. Raw like cocaine straight from Bolivia. My hip hop will rock and shock the nation like the Emancipation Proclamation. Weak MCs approach with slang that's dead. You might as well run into a wall and bang your head. I'm pushing force, my force you're doubting. I'm making devil's cower to the Caucasus Mountains. And then somebody else steps in and says they're a sire, set the microphone on fire. And look, if you don't know the mystery of checks boxing by the Wu-Tang Clan, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing? Like, do you spend all day like hanging out and listen to sick, evil, twisted music, or do you listen to what's that band? Oh yeah, Believes 182. I can read a chart like a Superman, and I've got a show that has a lot of fans. I'm streaming every day and almost every night. I bought some Bitcoin because I see the light. You might wonder who I am, but don't forget that I'm the man. They call me Please, I'll do any chart you want me to. They call me Please, I'll break the crypto wallet down for you, for you, for you. I built a crypto channel streaming live at night, and I'm the only YouTube streamer who's always right. Every morning I go live and say to all you guys, don't fall for all these motherfuckers and their lies. You might wonder who I am, but don't forget that I'm the man. They call me Please, I'll do any chart you want me to. They call me Please, I'll break your crypto wallet down for you, for you, for you. I don't know what to do because my memberships are missing you. Uh-oh. What's going on, everybody? Got a new t-shirt design. I wanted to show it to you today. Don't stop believing. What are you waiting for? Go to the store, order a shirt. Now back to the show. All right, everybody, this is a stick up. Everybody get face down. Ren gag their mouth so they can't make a sound, which in the 80s was pretty cool. 40 years later, it's a little bit creepy when you start listening to that song again. Good morning to you if you good morning. If you don't good morning to you anyway, because I don't care what you do. We are good morninging where I good morning in Good Morning Town. So good morning to Jay Locke, Brian Bootyhead, Crypto Sparky, good morning, Trail Boss, good morning, Design DNA, good morning, Bub to Billions, Brian Bootyhead is in the house, Hammerside is here, John Thomas, Pepig has a great community, Design DNA, we got Real Life Miracle, the Neko Army in the house, VK, Jason Pollins, oh my God, just snaked you, Muhammad Dalhat Salih, good afternoon, Jay Manuel, it's good morning, by the way, Muhammad. Raymond Pritchard, good morning. Brian Bootyhead believes 182 will not be doing a calendar. Yeah, we will. RW7610 says, good morning. Jumped in on PayPay. 1.3 billion. PayPay is going to have a massive run, guys. I'm telling you, when they reached out to me, I was wanting to make a video on them anyway, so them reaching out to me was a good thing at the time that it happened, because I get the sense and I get the feeling that this is one of those things that when the Chinese market opens up, and it will open up, that we're going to see something just crazy start to happen. Daniel Delgado, good morning. Willard Morris, good morning. 100 Proof, good morning. Show me your PayPay. Crypto Antagonist is in the house. Did I miss the damn song? Yes, you did. But you know what you didn't miss? You didn't miss the man, the myth, the legend. Do you know who that is? It is my number one fan, the guy who this wouldn't be possible without him.
I'm about to drop some hugely powerful alpha. And that's what they call it. They call it alpha, believe me. Okay? And not many people know this, but alpha means that I know big things, strong things, powerful things. So here's the alpha, folks. If you want to be hugely rich like me, you got to join and subscribe to the Believes Crypto YouTube channel. You got to become a member because many people say, quite frankly, it's the strongest YouTube channel out there. It's fantastic. It's the best. So let me know what you think, folks. Funny Donald out.
And if you can't trust Donald Trump, who can you trust? Make sure that you subscribe to the channel today. Let's move on. So if you haven't good morninged already, and I did good morning you, and then Ken Gillette, good morning. So we got that one now. All right. Everybody is good morning. You've got that good morning, whatever you do with your good morning. Good morning. You know what I mean? Robert Freeman's in the house. Good morning to all believers and believettes and believes and believers. And look, there's a lot of names. We all go by something. Anyway, so let's talk about the meme coin thing. Like, what is going on with meme coins? Well, you know, you've seen this really incredible run. By the way, if you want to trade some meme coins, KCEX is your place. Bitflex, if you you want to help me out. Those are the two places right now, and Cryptonomy.finance. And by the way, I am having connection issues all over again. I'm not sure exactly what is going on here, so this may end up being short. So let me start to push through here, and let me try to get this as much as I can, because the last one only lasted like 11 minutes or something like that before it went time. But anyway, at press time, total meme coin market cap stands at 44.4 billion, falling 5.8% over the last 24 hours. To put it into perspective, the market cap was above 70 billion earlier this year, showing that a significant chunk was wiped out during the last meme coin frenzy. Market analysis give reasons why an uptick could spark life in the asset class. Now, the majority of market commentators opined a bullish momentum in meme tokens in line with similar patterns in Bitcoin. This has been the status quo, as positive sentiments to the market leader can spur growth in other areas. And since they seem to be directly correlated right now, then if Bitcoin takes off, meme coins are going to take off. As bulls eye a price uptick in Bitcoin and Ethereum, holders of meme tokens remain optimistic about a price rebound. The Federal Reserve slashing interest rates this year will drive investments in risk assets, with meme coins projecting a price growth. So most people are going to be a magnificent sort of price growth for meme coins. So be watching out for a big move. Am I back? Am I back? Is it working again? All right. So let's try this one more time. Next up was U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs log 295 million inflows, led by BlackRock's IBIT. The IBIT had a huge inflow today, and the flows, the flows are just phenomenal. This number here is just absolutely insane. I'm going to share it with you on screen. 5.28K Bitcoin were bought by ETFs yesterday. Now, going down this list here, you can see how many Bitcoin have been scooped up. They've scooped up so far 262,000 Bitcoin overall. Thank you for the $10 bomb. We got Pablo Crow and the monkey shit Inu people in the house. What is going on, my man? I hope you guys are having a good day. 5.2K Bitcoin pulled off the exchanges yesterday, despite Mt. Gox sell pressure, which, by the way, we were wondering whether there would be pressure, and there actually is pressure. The other piece to this is not only is there the Mt. Gox pressure, but the German government selling their Bitcoin. So there's a lot going on here that we're going to have to unpack, right? So 295 million in inflows on Bitcoin ETFs. German government has sold 951 million of Bitcoin in a single day. Some of those transactions did come back later on. They were trying to sell more. When they came back and more wasn't on the menu, then they're going to continue, by the way. They still have half of their Bitcoin left. So we're probably going to see they sold 3,000 so far this week, and there's probably more to come. Here's the good part. The good part is there's plenty of people here right now who are buying these Bitcoins up. So next up, Bitcoin miner Hut 8 enters into an agreement for a 205 megawatt Texas site. This was just announced. I don't have a whole lot of data on it, just that Texas, again, showing itself to be a receptive place to crypto investors and Bitcoin miners. And the statement that they made says this is the first time a large data center load has been approved under the complex regulatory framework in this particular market. So this is the first real situation that has cropped up in which we're going to be, as a company, supported. So fantastic thing playing out right now. We've got more MSI love coming in. We got Rob T with a $5 bomb. You know what? Let's skip it all and let's get over to MSI, because yesterday, when I gave you the monkey shit, if you will, monkey shit was down here in this range of 1,300, 5013. It is now at 5019, trading at a 5.8 million market cap, 608,000 in liquidity. So we're looking at it from yesterday, the same time that we started doing this. We are up right now 40%. Up to a 47% lift overall. So having a big move like that ends pretty well for those of you who are holders. If you haven't been a holder, then you might want to consider checking it out. It already has 1,000 holders, and look, it's very early. TA is kind of silly when you're at this level, but you're minting new holders. That's the point here. The more holders that step in, the higher your floor becomes, right? So if you just consider here that for the moment, at the moment, there's a really good run going on. And by the way, yesterday I told you that I thought the next impulse move was going to come up into this range right here. I'm probably a little bit aggressive on it. So could be anywhere, down just a tiny bit. What you're going to get is probably an impulse move of up to 40%. So, in that sort of range right there. Most of the impulse moves are about in that 40% range. So we'll see what happens here. But like I really like what I see so far, really like what they're doing. And of course, it's Pablo Crow. Is it not going to run? Of course it's going to run. The question at this point is, how hot will it get when it all comes back? And again, it's my estimation that we're going to have another big run on meme coins coming up pretty soon. that seems to be the place right now. This crazy part. This is the easy way to onboard people into cryptocurrency. And we're, 6 months away from the start of tax time. So when that happens, you know what I mean? When that happens, things are going to get absolutely bonkers. And we got Coins Chick. We have a celebrity in the house. We got Coins Chick here today. Satoshi always delivers. Can I identify who Satoshi is? No, I'm not at liberty. And I know what some of you are saying. I don't know. Does the crow got your tongue? Yeah, really does. So anyway, let's get back to it. Hut 8 doing their thing. Then we have Bitcoin Cash. Mt. Gox led sell-off is amplified by poor liquidity. Now, here's how we know that Mt. Gox money has been coming back into the market. The reason that we can now make a safe estimate that we're seeing it is because Bitcoin Cash fell 20% last week, and there's been a lot of selling pressure. That selling pressure generally is a sign that something has changed dynamically, which means that people are coming into the market right now, getting their Bitcoin Cash, and there was 73 million. And so that's being sold off immediately. So we are seeing those Mt. Gox people starting to step in. Still with that, the market has been in a positive. Now, will it stay in a positive? I don't know the answer to that. The U.S. market is on the clock right now, and the U.S. market are takers. They're not makers. They don't do anything positive at this point. We're waiting for that next big move, and that next big move is going to be the Ethereum ETF. When that moves, then this entire market, of course, probably going to erupt. Just waiting for the official announcement of a launch so that we can get that FOMO push going, which we're, again, waiting for. When that happens, by the way, imagine this. I want you guys to take a second and think, and I'm going to use MSI one more time as a comparison. If you don't know, then the stronger project, which is going to be Ethereum, the stronger project represents the pairing half. And the way that your thing is calculated, half of your price is considered and conned based on the Ethereum price. So what you have right now in liquidity, in trade value, in market right now, what you have at this point will only go up from Ethereum. Ethereum is a 50% pairing. So if Ethereum were to go right now from 3,000 to 4,000, that would be a 33% increase. The next trade on MSI, if that were to happen right away, and it went up 33% in a heartbeat, well, then you would go up in the next trade. If the trade was a sideways trade, by the way, about 16, 17%, like 50%, that's kind of the way it works. Because the value of Ethereum is directly tied into all of these meme coins. So when a meme coin like Monkey Shit Inu pumps, and when Ethereum pumps as well, there's going to be a whoosh move that happens, like really aggressive. So if, and by the way, that applies to Solana too. If Solana memes pump, then you're going to see Solana doing the same thing. And by the way, it looks like Ethereum is starting to pump. We might be getting an announcement here. Let's go over to Twitter and see if this guy's still hitting on me. No, he's not anymore. All right. So, Coins Chick, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you? Dive her down. So anyway, wild to see right away. Let's see. Explore. Yeah, that's not me. That's not me. Like, why are you hacking me and making this shit pop up right away? Whatever. Anyway, ETH ETF. All right, so we don't have anything. If we had something, then there would be that'd be all over the place right now. So we haven't gotten an announcement yet, but something is causing the market to kind of pump Ethereum just a little bit. It's up 2% on the day. So, and by the way, look at Fias over here. Fias is breaking out all over again. So yeah, I mean, wow. Yesterday, Fias was up 200% for a while. was trading over 6 cents. I remember I told you guys I have 62,000 of these. So look, if that thing pumps super hard, I'm in. You know what I mean? Because that's a good deal for me. Brett, by the way, up 16%, and Bonk up 10% on the day. So now here's the other part. Slippage. Slippage is up big time on Bitcoin Cash. So that's how you know that Mt. Gox is out here creating selling pressure. So let's move on here, though. SHIB is surging 400% to trade at 4081, analyst predicts. Now, is that true or not? Well, remember, I told you guys about this a while back. Javon Marks has been coming back out here. Well, he reinforced his opinion here, where he says that the target has not changed as price continues to hold well broken free of the once key display resisting trend. Well, with this being, this could entail an over 405% run from here to be in development to reach this target. A 5x may be awaiting SHIB. Now, do I think that there is a 5x in SHIB? Actually, yeah. I do think that we're probably going to see, and look, I'm not saying that it's today or tomorrow, but when you kind of zoom out and then you look at, by the way, the structure of the market, the way that it's been working, and we take the 1-day chart, crypto do what crypto do, right? We had this descending channel, it broke out. Then we had this market correction that came at the same time of the breakout with the downward trend here. So we're breaking down, but we're doing it slowly, like happened last time over here. You can see this. What we've got here is the same structure on both of these. We've got this big structure, then we've got this attempt to hold, and then we have this breakdown, right? Well, we have this, we have the structure here, we have the attempt to hold, we have the breakout above, and then we have the breakdown from there. Well, that's exactly what happened, by the way, right here. And then it broke sideways for a while. Now, the question is, how long is that sideways going to go? And the answer to that is not very long in this market, because what's going to happen here is the rest of the market is about to explode. And when the rest of the market is about to explode, then you're looking at upward momentum. Now, I gave you 4 zeros 34, 660. I think my estimation is probably going to be a little bit better than Javon Marks. So I think, maybe an easy 2.5, 3x, perhaps. However, I'm not convinced we're going to 881 and coming up here to test the range of these all-time highs. And by the way, he's not saying that we're going to hit the all-time high. He's saying that we're going to hit this, put a ray up right there, the range in which we were consolidating before the dump started on that last big nasty breakdown. So that's I don't know if this is going to happen or not. It looks like people are trying to hold this floor. It looks like it's ready to move. It looks like the rest of the market is ready to move. So, I mean, maybe this guy's right. Maybe we are going to see a breakout to 4 zeros 81. Let me know what you think in the comments. Also, because you got to talk about Donnie Dingbat, Trump official Republican platform pledges. What the fuck is pledges? Please get your shit together. Pledges to halt crypto crackdown. Though not listed as a top priority, the RNC adopted a platform that aims to boost digital asset innovation. Now, here's the thing. What they're trying to do is they're trying to cull you for votes, right? I don't know why I hit that button. Jesus Christ, please get your shit together. The RNC put this on their platform. That's important. Now, the other thing is, it is possible that Democrats end up just pushing for that they start pushing this as an issue before we even get to the part where the RNC gets the opportunity to champion crypto. Like, we might be seeing stuff passing. Remember, SAB 121 was rejected and the repeal of it was vetoed by the president. However, the Democrats have come out publicly saying, look, we're not going to fight the president on this. What they're wanting to do, or what he wants done, apparently is he wants it reworded to be a little bit clearer that it's digital assets and not some kind of broader context. And that appears to be it. Now, if that's the case, then SAB 121 will not be able to be used, and it'll have to be repealed automatically, because it looks like the it looks like Congress is about to pass a law that will make it impossible for something like the SAB to be enforced by the SEC. So they'll have to repeal all of their SABs and leave it to Congress to decide. And by the way, the SAB is the SEC accounting bulletins. So if that happens, then regulations change dramatically. So that's what's going on. Very possible that even though we're getting this positive news from the RNC, that something else might be happening with the Democratic Party. Like, as crazy as this might be. And by the way, did you just see that Joe Biden did a cognitive test, and the cognitive test came back with no breakdowns? That seems a little fishy to me. I'm not saying that it is or is not. I'm saying that seems a little bit odd. You're trying to tell me that an 82-year-old guy doesn't have any sort of breakdown. And by the way, when I say that, I know that I'm talking about both Joe Biden and Judge Jed Rakoff, for Rakoff token fans out there. But look, if you grow really old, I mean, let's say you're 79 years old. You know, are you crazy? No. Is your brain maybe breaking down just a little bit? I mean, maybe. I mean, okay, here, let me ask this. If you see two guys and they're old and one of them looks like a zombie, you're going to say, wow, that guy is probably just old. Like, there's nothing wrong with him. He's just old. He's not crazy. He's not psycho. He's not, he's not out of his goddamn mind. Now you look at the other guy, and that guy's painted orange and still has yellow hair, which is impossible. Which one is the crazy one? Which one is the one with cognitive decline? You know what I mean? Like, anyway, still voting for Trump. Doesn't change anything. But the Democrats, maybe they're going to do something. So we'll see what they do. But at this point, again, you should be voting Republican. Look, and by the way, look, I don't care if you vote Joe Biden over Donald Trump. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't really care. If you vote Donald Trump over Joe Biden, I don't really give a shit. I don't care. In your local elections, though, you should be voting Republican, because those are the ones that protect you in your community. When you're looking at your state, you should be voting Republican for your state. Vote however you want for the presidential election. I mean, that's just a popularity contest with a bunch of nerds anyway. So who gives a shit? The important part is your local governments. Make your local governments representative of your beliefs. That's the important part. So anyway, they oppose CBDCs. So CBDCs are dead on arrival at this point, even though China and Europe are adopting CBDCs. So Republicans have accused Democrats of pushing for CBDCs that will allow greater financial surveillance of U.S. citizens. And by the way, that is correct. Now, I did see Nick, if you guys don't know, Crypto Keeper, Nick said he's got an idea and a conspiracy that, God damn it, what did he say? Oh, that the reason that you're seeing the moves that you're seeing right now, you're seeing the dump in Bitcoin, which is pumping up and putting a lot of money into USDT. That USDT is being peeled off and put into USDC by other by others. I don't know who the others are, but he kind of laid out a structure of the way he thinks that this thing is going. And if you look at USDC, he's actually been kind of right here. USDC in the last day is up $1 billion. In the last 7 days, it's up $2 billion. In the last month, it's up $2 billion. Remember, in the last year, it's up $6 billion. So the end summary of what he's talking about is that USDC is going to take over USDT and become the preeminent. And the reason for that, Circle. Circle is it's run by Coinbase now, and it's not affiliated with the U.S. government. But if Coinbase is in on it, then you can expect that that's probably reasonably, by the way, something you would expect to see happen is that the thing that's most supported by the government becomes the preferred method in the United States. And that's going to cut into this 112 billion market cap of Tether. So Tether, not in trouble, I don't think, but I think we're about to see something massive about to happen with a shift here. And I don't think it's going to take very long to see it. Now, the other thing is, I do think that we'll probably see this kind of split, and we'll see Tether fall down to number 4, BNB move up to number 3, Solana probably move up to number 3 or 4. You know, we're going to see some big moves in this market, but those are going to be the ones where you're going to see like the biggest move of assets. Right now, there's about $150 billion sitting there between the two of them. And I mean, that's coming into the crypto market, by the way. You know, that's going to be that's going to come into the crypto market. So, and not that it's not in the crypto market, but you know what I'm saying. Like stable coins are not really cryptos. There's no, unless you're breaking that shit down. Silicon Valley Bank, you assholes, making Justin Sun even richer with your USDC bullshit. Unless you're doing that, then it's just a store of $1 for when you need it. So 112 billion, by the way, in that market cap right now. So don't think for a second that there's not something. Just hold on to your hats, guys, because it's about to get crazy. Also, let's go over here. I missed one. Let's talk about SKID, the Success Kid. Now, Success Kid has not been. It hasn't been. I think, yeah, it's up 10% on the day. Hasn't been having the best run of it over the last little while. You can see, like, it kind of had its nice little run, then it broke down. But this is the range by which these things start to break back out. So taking this out to a daily chart to give you an idea, trading at about 4 cents right now. This is what's happening right here. And what these things tend to do is hit these numbers one more time. So if you just, and this is the simplest way that you can do this, right? The simplest way to really say what's going on here is this is your big resistance area, right? When you get to the top of the range, people are going to sell, right? Well, consider this, the top of this range around here for Success Kid is in the 8 cents, 7 cents range, which checks out over here. So I would venture to say that we're going to see something like this kind of move here pretty soon, up to about 7 or 8 cents. So if you want an easy 2 or 3x, I would think that's probably coming. Now, it could not come. We could end up seeing, you know, just kind of a move here, a little breakout, and then a back test right here, and then a breakout much higher, possibly. But what it looks like right now is that we've got one more test coming. So, you know, could be a nice little 100% increase that you could see over the next little while. So watch for Success Kid. That's the best I can say at this point. By the way, looks like Solana is still pumping a little bit. So I think good news for the market, generally speaking, and overall. Yeah, Dougal down 24% and Shinja down 24%, but otherwise money's still moving around. So, but let's move on here. We got to cover a XRP lawsuit. So the administrative motions are being filed right now. In the latest development in the Ripple class action suit, parties have filed administrative motions to file under seal. The court sets deadline for motions appearing in July after a recent order. And remember, this is Judge Annalisa Torres. This is a not pro crypto necessarily, but she has a pretty clearer understanding, or has given us a clearer understanding of the way that we should interpret cryptocurrency transactions. Ripple has urged the court to consider Judge Torres' summary judgment as a programmatic buyer. Reasoning applies with equal force to this case. In the latest filing, Judge Phyllis Hamilton earlier directed the parties to reconsider their sealing motions as the court denied the sealing of any portion of the parties' briefs. Judge Hamilton granted an order in response to a joint request by Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple Labs, and XRP to seal certain exhibits. As CoinGate reported, Judge Phyllis Hamilton in this Ripple XC set a July 8th deadline to file the narrowed motion to seal. The court will further issue a separate order on the narrow motion to seal by the parties. The case has also been referred to Magistrate Judge Robert Illman for settlement conference. The parties also expected to file a notice indicating whether they continue to seek the exclusion of 4 experts' testimony. Ripple won most of the arguments in the summary judgment as plaintiffs failed to prove that XRP is a security and investors rely on Ripple's efforts for profit. pro-crypto lawyer Fred Rispoli estimated Friday, July 12th or late July as the potential deadline for orders of the remedy phase. Whales are accumulating XRP ahead of Judge Torres' final judgment over penalties. Now, these penalties are not severe and they're not gigantic. Remember, they were looking for $2 billion at least in penalties, and XRP was looking at more like 20 million. Like, you know what, here's a few bucks. Go buy yourself a Starbucks. You know what I mean? $20 million is not an inconsiderable amount of money for the SEC. That would pay for their coffee for at least 6 months, I assume. I don't know if they do shit else other than lose cases and, but XRP probably on the verge of a breakout. And I'm going to implore you guys, I'm going to implore you guys, if you are an XRP maxi at this point, if XRP breaks out and you start to see it ripping and roaring and running, please, for the love of God, sell the top this time and then let it dip back down, because it will, and let it dip back down and then buy yourself a bigger bag. I implore you. Don't just let it run up again and be like, this is the one that's going to take me to $1 million bajillion dollars. Don't do that. Like, don't put yourself in a bad situation. Put yourself in a good situation. Make your money, take your profit along the way, and then DCA your way back down. You know what I mean? Like, just take some money out, and that way, by the way, you'll have a bigger bag. When it comes back down and you buy more, you'll have a bigger bag and you'll have some profit still sitting on the sidelines for it. But I'm imploring you guys, like, there's too much resistance on this project at this point and still on the market, and XRP holds too much supply to continue doing any of that. I don't know what circle jerk in Nashville means. I see I'm going to the circle jerks in Louisville on September 15th. Circle jerks, the adolescents and the descendants in Nashville, or in Louisville on September 15th. That's where I'm going. So anyway, watch for XRP, watch for a big price recovery. Now, the Puel multiplier flashes Bitcoin bull run to start ahead in Q3. Historically, the Puel multiple has fallen significantly during bull cycles, such as in 2016 and 2020, followed by strong rises in Bitcoin price. Red circled areas on the chart highlight instances where miner profitability dropped rapidly, leading to a plummet in this indicator, right? This time in 2024, similar patterns have been emerging, suggesting that the end of the correction in this bull market could be near. As a result, CryptoQuant expects the start of the bull run in this third quarter. The last month of June saw massive miner capitulation as the profitability for miners dropped by a staggering 7.8%. By the way, the mining rate right now is sitting at 550 exahashes, and they need 580 to be in profit. So the last month of June saw massive capitulation. On-chain data provider Sentiment reported that there's a drop in the non-empty Bitcoin wallets, currently standing at 54.09 million. Since June 15, the net decrease in these wallets is 566,000. So 566,000 people have sold off all of their Bitcoin, now have zero wallets or transferred it. Sentiment reported that the reduction is a positive sign for patient investors. This drop in wallets is basically due to the liquidation of impatient holders, aka weak hands. As per Sentiment, this often reflects market bottoms caused by fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Similar patterns were observed earlier in January, suggesting a potential buying opportunity. And this is the part where everybody's kind of been shaken out. Not only have they been shaken out, but I'm starting to see people saying the bull run's over. Altcoins have already topped. All of that stupid shit that dum-dums say when they get put in dum-dum position is playing out to perfection here. So we're right here. This market is about to explode. We're that close. We're this close. And by the way, listening to me say that, and you're like, man, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Guys, it's simple here. Look at how much money is coming into Bitcoin every single day. Now, look, you can come back over here and you can say, well, yeah, what about the negatives? Well, we had 20 million come out. We had 13 million come out. But I mean, look at it, 294 million. This is a huge day. It's one of the biggest days ever, by the way, of the ETFs. 143 million. Then you had 2 red days, and then you have 129 million, 73 million, 11 million, 21 million. I mean, guys, it is absolutely crazy how much is coming into this market. So far, $15 billion. And I talked about it and told you guys before that there was an issue, and that issue, very simple, it's a very simple issue, but it is an issue. It's that some of these older strategic investment companies, they haven't really gone all in on Bitcoin yet because they're waiting to see the lay of the land and how all of this stuff shakes out. Well, guess what? We're now at that spot where all this shit's going to shake out to the positive. Like this is everything we've been waiting for. This is the moment where this shit is going to explode. It is being held down by mitigating circumstances like Germany and doing their Bitcoin bullshit, Mount Gox doing its Bitcoin scam bullshit that they were doing against people. So, we wait those out, and then guess what? There's no more. I mean, there's always a possibility that there's a black swan or something that dumps the market down. There's always that possibility. I'm not saying that there's not, but the likeliness of it when Bitcoin miners are facing a larger capitulation, it's probably not. They need a higher price rate or the whole structure falls. That's why it always succeeds, right? And more people are stepping in. We see it right here. I mean, if you just consider $15 billion worth of Bitcoin that used to be on the market, it's not even on the market anymore. And that's the price paid. That's not the market cap. You know what I mean? Like this is actual dollars going into this thing. So these guys are holding on to an incredible amount of Bitcoin already. So now we'll see how this thing grows, and it will grow. So that Pule marketing monitoring thing says that we are here. Traders active in the past 360 days have flipped and become more positive. When that happens, that's when the things start to rip. Maddie B says, yes, Biden gets re-election. That will keep it down. No, it won't. Doesn't really matter. I'm not foolish. Like, I don't believe in nonsense because it's not real. Either one of these parties knows that they need Bitcoin and they need people who are crypto savvy. They need these people right now for positivity. So the Democrats are going to suck whatever D they can to get that money. And they see how much money is being thrown at Republicans right now. Don't think that they're not putting their little Bitcoin helmets back on and getting ready to be like, oh, I was always a fan of Bitcoin. I just wasn't able to say it because of Liz Warren or whatever dumb shit they're going to say. So don't kid yourself. Bitcoin's going to be fine. The market's going to be fine, no matter who the president is. The president is a clown show. You're just picking a different clown. They're both clowns. So also Solana, mirroring the 2021 bull run pattern, is a new all-time high coming very, very soon. The market reversal suggests that traders are overcoming their fears around the Mt. Gox Bitcoin reimbursement and the German government's taking Bitcoin. What we're seeing the market start to pump again, despite the fact that we have all of these things. Prominent cryptocurrency analyst Ali Martinez took to X and shared that his followers that the SOL is mirroring the 2001 pattern. Now, what is the pattern that he was seeing? Well, if you come to up 32 billion on the day right now, but you come out here and you can see that there's this sort of we hit this sort of range right here. We hit this range right here, and that led to this little capitulation, which is happening right now, and then there's an explosive move getting ready to come. That's basically what he's saying. So what he thinks is Solana seems to be mirroring the same price pattern we saw in 2021. Even the SOL RSI is at the same level it was back then before the big bullish breakout. Now, what does the big bullish breakout mean for Solana going into this run? Well, I see 260 by the end of the year. Then I think it's going to absolutely explode. I think that. And by the way, when I tell you guys this, it's because I don't have confidence that the market is going to erupt in a way that makes you go, oh my God, before we get to tax time. I think it's going to go up. I think we're going to have positive stuff happening all around. We'll see some price appreciation, but I don't think we're going to see that incredible move until later. And then that's when Solana goes to like 400, 500, 600. Look, I said 520, but I'm hearing estimates right now, people saying, and by the way, people like the Mooch, Anthony Scaramucci, thinks that $1,000 Solana is not off the table. So there could be just a gigantic sort of move that will happen at this point. So I said 520. They're telling me I'm out of my goddamn mind. But look, I still think it's going to be 520. So, and to me, 520 off of 140 right now, it's about a 4x. Like, you know, if you have a couple $100,000, boom, you know, you just made a ton of money off of just Solana. If you don't have that type of money, you can still make a 4x off of it. So I mean, you're still good. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens here, right? We'll see what happens. But Solana having that big thing. I see what I did there. All right, we already covered monkey shit, so we're not going to cover monkey shit again. But we might cover ourselves in monkey shit, if you will. So anyway, this is what it looks like on the day chart. So just so you guys get an idea here. Big pump and then consolidation at the top of the range. What does that mean? I mean, that to me means that there's probably going to be this big move coming very, very soon. All we need is that Ethereum ETF for somebody to just say, hey, boom, it's approved. And then I think along with everything else, we're going to start to see everything just start sending. And look, I don't have a gigantic expectation. I'm not a maxi on anything. I believe that it's going to come up here into this, between 5 zeros 35 and 5 zeros 45 pretty soon. Like I think we're going to see about 100% move at least from where we are right now, short term. The long term, that's the trickier part, because that's where you really get that explosive sort of, whatever happens, you get that explosive sort of move. Well, look, like I said yesterday, it is my opinion that they are working diligently for. I think it is my opinion that Pablo wants to prove that he can do this. That it's not just Voltoshi, that it's not just Promethean, whoever the fuck's it, Promethean project. That he can do this in a meme environment and make something more. And he can even name it something ridiculous like Monkey Shit Inu and still make it happen, because it's not that complicated. It's just about creating a solid community. So now you have a solid community created with MSI. What's the next step? The next step is just to have a little patience, let him continue to get those listings, let him continue to cook. And the next thing you know, this thing's going to just absolutely blow up. And at some point, somebody famous could just pop in and be like, Monkey Shit is the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. And then you never know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of that simple. So don't bet against Pablo, I guess is what I'm saying. Don't bet against Pablo Crow. The guy knows his memes. He knows his stuff. So it's on you now. AMC's up 12% on the day. TradeMaster Ninja, who, look, most of this is brought to you by TradeMaster Ninja. They're having that move. Again, I told you guys, there could be a move up there into that 3-cent range. And we'll see whether or not it continues through this channel. That's the question right now. Can it get through this channel? Can it get through the resistance at 3 cents? Can it get to 3.5? And can it break out from 3.5 and then get above 4.5, which is the next big sort of resistance area? Again, not a lot of trade volume in this, so it shouldn't be much real resistance, but then 5 cents to 5.5 becomes the final period of resistance. And if that plays out to perfection, then you could be testing these 7-cent highs over here very soon. And you could even have this breakout to the all-time high, which is 15 cents. So, and by the way, TradeMaster Ninja, if you haven't already, that is high IQ, the indicator that I use. I'll turn on high IQ indicator and we'll do that. And by the way, if you haven't already signed up for my chat, I do have a call channel on Telegram now. So if you want to go check that out, you can go check that out. But Skid up 6.5%, Trump up 6. And guys, I told you guys, God damn it, I told you guys. Again, I told you guys that when it came down here into this 450, 460, 470 level, that the next step was going to be up. And guess what? It's about to go up. Now, how high is it going to go? Again, billion market cap is coming. It's just a matter of time because we're getting closer to the election. At some point, explosive. PayPay. PayPay is at 6 zeros 22.38, consolidating at the top again. This thing is going to explode. Came up and it matched its previous high just a couple days ago. Now it's consolidating in this range. That's a signal that the sell pressure is still not deep enough, this thing's going to explode. It's going to absolutely explode. Debbie is at 24.73, still finding that bottom. It looks like it's rounded, but until it actually does, and you start to see real upward momentum that lasts more than 3 or 4 days or 5 days, when you start to see real upward momentum, then you'll know something's happened. However, it's got to be noted that that there's supposed to be this week some kind of massive announcement, and if that happens, then all bets are off about what the cap would be here. But it's at $10 million market cap right now, 278,000 in liquidity, and Taunt token is getting ready to launch. Fias is already launched. I just showed you Fias was up 200% yesterday. It's up another 50% today. These guys are having fun. This thing is having big moves. So it's only a matter of time before this $9.5 million market cap is a $500 million market cap, because whatever this announcement is, whoever this is that they are partnered with, it is my understanding that it could be a big one. And that's all I'll say, because I don't know. For me to give you, all I'm giving you is hyperbole. So take it with a grain of salt, so we'll see. Ben not moving at all. Bonk 3%, Brett 3%, Fias up 2% here, EXVG up 2%, Volt dead even on the day, Neko down basically sideways, Pepe sideways, Volt with Dog with Hat sideways, down about 4.5%, but still basically sideways. Myro is down 6%, GME down 6%, Saitama is down to 3.8 cents, continuing to break down. At this point, there has to be an announcement. Like, what we're trying to do here is run a hype train. And so we've gotten to the point in the last couple of hours. Remember, I told you guys there was a floor right there, and that we're going to have to bounce off that floor, and it's going to have to come up here in this 5 or 6 cent range, or people are going to get exhausted. Well, what happened? There's still no announcement of anything. And what we're now doing is, instead of just testing this and pumping back in, we are now down below. And for the last 2 hours, we have rejected off of the floor, which means that we are now bearish, and most likely price on Saitama coming down. Now, does that mean long-term anything is different? I don't think so. I think that, again, when this market actually moves, and it will move, when this actually moves, and there's a few announcements of some listings or some stuff that they're doing, then we'll see positive price action. However, at this point, they're putting in a lot of work. It's not, pushing the market. Rodney with Daddy, 1.75 million market cap. He's doing the same thing. It's still down, higher than before. You've got that floor, but if this thing keeps coming down into that floor level, it's going to do the same thing that Saitama just did, and it's going to start breaking down. Dougal down 22% on the day. It's a good entry point, by the way, for Dougal, if you're looking for a meme coin to check out other than what you're already in. Dougal on that big dip right there, you're probably going to come back up there into range. Again, we're this close. We're this close. Any moment now, this market's just going to absolutely explode. I got Shinji content coming out today. It's currently at a 300,000 market cap with 66,000 in liquidity. At any moment now, we should see some kind of big move out of Shibnobi. Also wrapped with ETH. It's on base, by the way, but it is still wrapped with Ethereum, which means that when Ethereum explodes, and it will explode, that the same thing is going to happen to all the projects. So here we are, waiting for that big move. So that's it. We succeeded. We were able to blah, blah, blah my way through this entire thing and give you guys just an idea of what was going on in the news, what could potentially be happening in some of these crypto projects. And look, we don't know. Anything can happen. There could, at any moment, there could be a sell-off. You never know when you're going to get one of those massive sell-offs. The other day, I was looking at Saitama, and while I'm looking at Saitama, what happened? Somebody sells 8,000 at one point, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of a lot. And then I went to, what was the other one that was way down? I went to another one that was like, it didn't even have a huge market cap, and I'm looking at it. Oh, Daddy also had one where they sold like 9 or 27,000. Daddy had a sale yesterday of $27,000 on one play, had a 1.74 million market cap. That is an ass fucking hole. So if you're that guy who sold, and by the way, I'm not even an investor in Daddy Token, okay? But if you're that person, fuck you, you dirtbag. Look, and by the way, if you're one of them and you're watching me right now, you're like, oh, fuck, you gonna call me a dirtbag, blah, 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 because you don't sell like that, man. That's asshole move. You sell out 5,000 at a time. You sell out 6,000 at a time. You don't just dump the chart down. You know, you took it, whoever it was that sold $27,716,000, which, hey, I'm glad you made money. However, it was at $1.88, and your bullshit move wrecked the chart all the way down to 86 cents. Like, for fuck's sake, DCA your way out. Like, you sold it $1.88, but your effective price, because you sold all at once like a fucking dum-dum, is $1.23. Think about that. You lost 60 cents on the dollar. Like, this would have been a $35,000 move if you had just had a little bit of patience and let people buy back every time you sold. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my God. And for $27,000. And look, I don't even care, really. Again, I'm not invested in it, so I don't really care. But I mean, just like, guys, I hope you know better than this. Like, like that person wears grease paint to their real job. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some lowbrow ghetto shit. Like, ugh, gross. Anyway, that's my time. Let's pay some bills, and we'll see you guys in the morning. Folks, if crypto goes up, you need more crypto. If crypto goes sideways, you need more crypto. If crypto goes down, you need even more crypto. What better place to do it than Cryptonomy.finance? Remember, Cryptonomy is a hedge against whatever might befall this economy and this market. So let's check it out. Since the last time we talked, 2.3x return, 2.95x return, 2.37x return, 1.4x return, 1.59x return. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to take my XRP. I've got 12,800 XRP. I'm going to max that out. I'm going to stake this for 9 months here, 71.8% yield return. That's going to give me an estimated amount, 9,208 more XRP. Don't you want more XRP? Now that I've done that, I'm going to go back over here to the launch pool. I'm going to throw in about half a Bitcoin. Again, I'm going to be in the bronze level, put 0.43 in. That's a good risk for me and a good return for me. Folks, it doesn't get any simpler than this. If you are looking for more crypto, stake it. That's what everybody tells you, right? So do that and you should be fine. But I'm not a financial advisor. If you want financial advice, go to the research section